Go.
Hello, my name is Casey Lambert, and this is my creative project. My creative project is an epistolarian form of journal entries written by a young man named Todd Owens. Todd Owens is 17, he lives in Gainesville, Texas, and the journals start out as a contemporary history project. Now, I don't know if any of you took contemporary history in high school, but I did, and it was pretty awful. And I know that every contemporary history class I've ever heard about has something like this, where you have to take, well, something like this project that Todd's doing, take recent events, put them in the form of your opinion, what you think about them, and just describe them a little bit. And his teacher asked him to do is watch the news, 2 things off the news you found interesting, what do you think about it? So I was like, okay, this is cool. So first 6 journal entries, pretty much everything's going good. And basically until in the 3rd one, a little bit, things start happening that's weird. A woman named Marie Clarkson is found eaten under an overpass. Now, bite marks appear human, but they don't say that. A couple days later, a couple more people are found eaten. Blamed feral dogs running about the streets of Texas. A couple days later, more people are found eaten. Now this day, a CNN reporter was reporting on gas prices outside of a gas station when a drunken man stumbled up to him and tried to bite him. The reporter batted the man away with his microphone and ran away with the cameraman. The next day, a body was found eaten, and they believe the 2 events were connected. Now, up to this point, things are going good until all hell breaks loose. 53 people now dead. Todd's school put them on an early Christmas break. This is taking place. It started in November 26th, I believe, and this is now early December, so they put them on an early Christmas break due to recent events. And Todd decides he's going to keep the journal. Since the class is only a semester class, he won't have a chance to turn the project in. He figured he may as well record the events happening. Now things just keep escalating and escalating and escalating. Pretty soon his town is on a dusk curfew. Everybody's in town at dusk, but nobody really attempts to go outside anyway. So, what does our noble hero do? Does he answer the call of adventure? No. He boards up the windows of his house with his mother, because that's the person he lives with, gets his baseball bat and sits on the couch and waits for all this to blow over. But it doesn't. A few days, he's forcefully evacuated from his home, given an hour to pack everything he owns, and told that they're going to be put in a vehicle convoy heading north because they believe it's safe there. They pack all their things, they bust through the front door. First thing that happens, 5 infected people run after them, and they're taken down by a sharpshooter on his roof. They get in the cars, and they drive. A couple hours next day, the traffic stopped. Something up ahead's blocking the road. They don't know what. They sit there for a day, nothing happens. Next day, nothing still happens. Then later that night, the cars are attacked. Everybody runs, people are being eaten on the street. They run into the woods along the side of the road, and they sit in the ditch and wait, because they didn't have a chance to grab anything, like warm clothes, food, or anything, so they sit in the ditch and wait for morning. And when they go out to their car in the morning, they find that other people had the same idea they did. They grabbed all their things and went north. They eventually found some more survivors, got with them, and went to a refugee camp they heard about. Now, that's where I'm going to stop this summary of the story, because I pick it up a little bit later, kind of. But I'm going to tell you the ending is everybody dies. Everybody that Todd writes about dies. The infection is quelled, and the human race, in all of its stubbornness, does come back again. Now, the initial issue in this is obviously zombies. They're mean, they're scary, they don't take no for an answer. The works I took inspiration from was obviously John Joseph Campbell's The Monomyth, in that he refused the call of adventure but was eventually thrown into it anyway. He faced many trials, but he didn't make it to the final step. He did not return. He died. Another work I took from was The Hunger Games, and I didn't do it for the main character, but for his mother, because Todd's dad died in a car accident in '08, and I took the emotional state of the main character in The Hunger Games' mother, where she shut down, didn't talk to anybody, refused help. And I did that for her, and she's just now recovered from that now. With recent events, she's starting to go back into that, and it's a constant battle between her and Todd just to make her keep going again. And now, I'm going to do my thingy, except I'm not going to read it. I'm going to be a newscaster. Wow, that's really great. This was a bad idea. I'm going to be a newscaster. This journal was found a couple of days ago, and I am basically just going to report on it. I need it. Thanks, Todd. Now, a story comes to us tonight, a survival story. But this story of survival is not like any others we have ever heard of, because the person this story is about did not actually survive. The story is about a young man named Todd Owens. He was 17 years old, and he wrote in this tattered, beaten journal. He wrote in this tattered, beaten journal the events that had taken place for the horrific event that just occurred. Now, Todd was involved in the Chrome Security Company incident that we all have heard about in the past few days. Now, for those of you who haven't heard the Chrome Security incident it was a prison camp disguised as a refugee camp made by Robert Shaw, president of the security company. And we strongly believe that they are influenced and have many things to do with the events that have recently occurred. Now, this is the first surviving account of what actually happened in this camp. Todd describes public executions going on, people being beaten, forced labor, things of this nature. Horrific, horrific things. Now, more investigation is going to go into this security company, and we will have more information as it comes out. Phil, back to you. Happy 1 week anniversary being back on the air. Thank you. That's it.